Remember that's how I used to start shit.
Yeah. Kind of toes a certain line with the whole weird shit you get in like live arenas for UFC events where everybody's trying to go. Boo!
Oh man,
yeah,
that is a phenomenon I wish would slowly die.
It's horrible.
That's bad. That'll really. I can see why Joe Rogan would always say, if you're watching it at home, you are getting the best experience, and you really are.
Yeah, because they can kind of filter that out to a large degree. But man, live, it's
terrible. I mean the trade-off is great for the end because I mean that roar of the crowd of that main event was fucking. I haven't experienced anything like that.
Right.
Except maybe I went to a pro wrestling show and I lived in New York State. That kind of was like that, but not with the same animalistic just rage that was in the crowd of like, this guy just got dusted and now we are pleased.
Right. Entire full arena of people happy about that, with the exception of 3 assholes right in front of us. They're all doing Molly and acted like, hey, what's up with the rave, man?
Well, why is this guy messing with my flow? Oh, God damn it. Ooh, that was a rough one.
Nonetheless, though, you might be saying, whoa, opening with Panopticon. What's up with that? Because lean pickings this week. Lean pickings. Let's go ahead and open it, though. This is the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast where we get together weekly and talk about a variety of things. Sometimes Mead, Metal, and MMA.
Should we name it the Occasionally Mead, Metal, MMA podcast?
Because it's slowly the odd occurrence.
Yeah, it's like first half is just us bitching and raging about our daily sufferings in life.
But every review that we had last week said that might have been our best show yet.
Yeah, well, fucking get ready for more.
Yeah, do get ready because we have fuck all going on for Mead.
Yeah, but
nothing going on Metal, and certainly nothing going on with MMA in a comical way, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, there's some cool shit out there that we're going to chat about. But, man, primarily it's just going to be about how tough life can be sometimes.
Life can be so hard. So hard.
Oh, God, isn't there a blues song that starts out that way?
Every blues song starts like that. Every blues song.
Oh, well, here's to you.
Well, welcome, friends. As one of us has to be on the wagon this week, the other, you don't need it. You do not. You do not need to drink twice this week just to make up for my shortcomings.
Oh, no, don't worry about that. I'll take care of all that shit tomorrow. So
you're still rocking the old basil Hayden this week?
Yeah. I feel like now I'm just drinking it to get rid of it now.
That's usually 90% of the booze in my liquor cabinet is that. Yeah,
it's a little sneaky. I don't like how bourbon sneaks up and bites you right in the ass when you. That rye, I can feel it coming and know when to pump the brakes.
Yep.
Bourbon apparently not.
I don't know. I'm just not a fan of bourbon. I don't care for that sweet
The burden
kick.
of bourbon.
The burden of bourbon. The burden of bourbon. That's an act.
I know that's a fucking album title right there.
But nonetheless, though, good to get together once again, hang out with all you freaking heathens.
Yes, my extended family out there.
So begs the question: how's your week,
man? I know I already told you the main story.
Yeah, but you didn't tell anybody else.
I know. I mean, it doesn't take away from how difficult it is to say again, because I have some bugaboos in life. One of my bigger bugaboos, and they're all kind of feet related.
Oh, so you're one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm cool.
Pedophobia.
I'm not afraid of feet. I'm afraid of what people do to their feet. Like the pet egg. You seen the fucking commercial for the pet egg?
And where they like wipe a bunch of dead shit off their feet.
Yeah, it's basically like a
machine.
cheese grater for the bottom of your foot.
Yeah.
Every time that infomercial will come on, and they would show how easy it was to dispense the innards of this pet egg, I'd nearly fucking vomit.
Yeah, it's not pleasant, but I don't know if it hits me that hard. But
it got me off Parmesan cheese for like 2 years because they looked eerily similar.
Sure.
But another thing that I can't fucking deal with is injuries to nails.
Yeah,
that makes me like I'm getting a little queasy just thinking about it.
I don't blame you. I get a little weak, weak when you bring up this shit. But
like like the video of John Jones breaking his toe.
Right,
that's tough.
I had to look away. I was like, nope.
That's tough. Especially how nonchalantly he didn't even know he broke it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you fucking do that. Anderson Silva knew he broke his leg.
Yeah.
So which segues into my hospitality tale of the week. We get all kinds out of this hotel of ours.
Of meth heads? Yes.
We get all purveyors of strange drugs and that want free breakfast. We get your drinkers, your cigar smokers now, apparently. Dude's fucking hanging out the front of this hotel smoking seriously large stogies.
Oh. Well, I thought you were going to say it's like somebody in the room. I was going to say, well,
no.
shit,
Oh, no, fuck
deposit.
that would shit would travel. No, just hanging out outside, smoking cigars, fucking enjoying the good life off a beaten fucking highway leading into a shitheel town.
Are we still that way? If it's like the bigger the cigar, we go, that guy must be doing all right.
I don't know. There's so many. I'm sure they bought them at the doghouse, though, so they were probably top notch.
Yeah. No, okay, I just kind of wonder. It's like, because I know that used to be what we would place. We place value on somebody smoking a cigar by putting that value of like, that guy is wealthy.
Yeah, look at him.
Well, like, back in the...
Look at the size of that thing.
Back in the 20s or 30s, they'd be standing around on a corner flicking a nickel up and down. So,
Calling people Muggsy. Yeah, we get all kinds. And we had a particular kind, the kind I like to call either the good old boy or the good old gal. Country bred through and through, very, very simple. No frills, no nothing. If it's a girl, she's probably not wearing a bra in the lobby. If it's a guy, he's probably not wearing clothes at all.
So basically, you're run-of-the-mill hillbilly.
Yeah, treating the hotel as a home, which that's what we want. And this woman was one of those. She was probably in her mid-50s, but she looked like she was closer to 70. So she probably had like a really, really rough life. She had called my desk at like 3:30 in the morning to see about extending her stay. To which after exhausting research of our availability for the coming days, I said, yes, ma'am. We can get that done for you. However, after that, no, can't do.
You have to go fuck off.
Because we sold out, which I don't know what the fuck's going on in this town over the weekend, but apparently something's going on.
God, something. And it doesn't even occur to me what the hell it could be.
Yeah. I'll fucking find out what it was Sunday night. So I let her know. She's like, oh, okay, well, I've been having problems sleeping, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to head out in the morning. I'll come down in the morning if I need to extend. It's like, okay, cool. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to go fuck off and watch YouTube or something.
Jump on Pornhub.
That's right. Turn the volume all the way up.
Kind of hotel you running here?
Kind with thin walls, my friend. So time passes. I get breakfast set up. And about 6 a.m., here comes this woman to extend her evening.
Okay.
Or extend it by a day. She a very slow country drawl. Came down barefooted, wearing like those little moo-moo dresses. I guess they're for comfort. They're certainly not for allure.
Right.
And she came down, extended her shit, and got her new everything. She helped herself some breakfast, and everything's hunky-dory. She goes up to her room with this tray full of just goodness, this continental goodness.
Oh, wow. So she didn't even, eat it there. Okay.
Oh, no. She apparently liked to eat in the privacy of her own room, which might have been a bad choice. So about a half hour passes, and I'm in the back watching the security cameras, as I do. I even do that shit in the morning. I don't trust anybody. I see her coming down the hallway on the second floor, and she's kind of staggering around, kind of holding her head. I'm like, oh, shit. This looks like a fall victim. So
I was thinking Chris Brown.
No, I'd like to meet the man that was sharing a room with her if there was one in there, though.
Hand me that continental breakfast, Granny.
You can have what's left. So she comes down, and she's very, very unstable, fucking swaying around, and she's like,
throw back a little Basil Hayden.
I thought she was just fucking drunk. I really did. I was like, damn, she went up there and had waffles and whiskey. No wonder this woman has lived such a rough life. Look at her breakfast. Look at her diet.
It's that maple flavored Jack that came out a couple of years ago. That your breakfast whiskey.
That's right. Throw a little sugar in there and put it on a hot stove, and you got some good shit.
A side of patty sausage and bacon.
She comes down and she asks for a Band-Aid.
A Band-Aid?
A singular Band-Aid. I'm like, oh, yeah, what's, is everything all right? It's kind of my job to ask. She's like, oh, I got lightheaded in my room and fell. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad you said that, which means it wasn't because, like, oh, you mopped and forgot to put out a sign and I fell down.
What you assholes left the plunger in the toilet? I didn't turn the light on, and
it's just catastrophe up there. Oh, man. So she says, yeah, she fell down. She hit her head and skinned her knee. And she said she messed up her foot.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, what'd you do to your foot? So, of course, when she says that, I'm like leaning over to see what happened. Because I could see that she had scraped her knee. So a little extra nudge over the counter, and I'd be able to see what happened to that toe. Well, holy fucking goddamn, if that toenail wasn't fucking pointing north.
Oh, my God.
Just straight the fuck up. She's like, oh, yeah, I bent the nail back a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. And I nearly drop on the spot.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah.
Like a father seeing a wife give birth. I was just, I'm surprised I didn't fucking just call yaks right there. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'll be right back. Thankfully, the first aid kit was in the back office to give me a little breather.
Yeah.
And I'm back there. It's like, she doesn't need a Band-Aid. She needs an ambulance.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
This little stumble fucked her shit up bad. But I come back with 4 Band-Aids instead of just the one. I felt like she might need more than one. I have a feeling she was going to use that for her knee.
Right.
And I give it to him. I'm like, are you sure you don't need me to call you an ambulance or anything like that? She declines. Says, no, I'm just going to go upstairs and rip this thing off.
Oh. Like she was a prisoner of the Viet Cong.
Yeah, more like it was an inconvenience. I mean, like me, I'd fucking JB weld that shit back on my toe and call it good.
Yeah.
Just looking at it like, well, fuck, now I got to rip this thing off my foot.
Spoken like somebody who's been a pretty a seasoned hand at such things, you might say.
Yeah, like this is not the first toenail death she's had to deal with. But it was awful.
Yeah.
I thought I mean, that might have been the most shocking thing I've seen at that hotel. And I've seen a guy piss in a garbage can outside.
Right.
I've seen meth heads throw fucking paintings out of windows.
Sure. God, speaking of people pissing in public, I will say this: never use I don't know if it's like a gas station without an attendant out on like the highway or whatever.
Yeah.
Never use their window washing shit with the squeegee, because that's what people do. Drunk people, they'll be over there and like, hey, nobody's around. They'll just take a piss right there inside of that thing.
Damn.
Yeah. The reason I know that, because I was going to use it the other day. I went, that smells like human piss. No thanks.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
The gas station in front of Walmart, and they'd open it with the intention of having employees and stuff, and they went, fuck that. We can make a lot of money if we don't hire anybody. So now you have people overloading trash cans with shit and taking a piss in the window washing stuff.
God, we got some high-quality, top-notch people who live in this town.
Oh, I'm sure it happens elsewhere, but yeah, it's definitely aggravating when you find it in your own town.
Oh, dude, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
That is great. That's a great gag.
If it's not that, then you see a cigarette butt floating in it, So you're getting the real quality, access to washing the window.
Fucking deuce in there or something. God damn.
We'll encounter one of those once in a urinal at the goddamn VFW here like 12 years ago.
No shit.
Yeah.
I forget what they call that.
Yes, shit.
I forget what they call that, dropping a deuce in the fucking urinal.
Oh, well, if it's in the it's an upper decker, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's when you shit in the tank in the reservoir.
Right. Sorry, we got a friend that always texts us right when we're in the middle of the podcast.
Did he do it again?
Yeah, fucking every week for like the last 4.
Bobby, if you're listening to this right now, I don't know if you are. I like to think you are, but if you are, hold off till 7, man. That's all. You know what we do on Fridays. We've been doing it for over 80 weeks.
Well, I'm the dummy that didn't turn the volume down on the phone because I have it linked in with the sound system here.
Oh, right.
So, well. All right. But, yeah, that's it's pretty gross. Pretty gross town.
With odd people that handle pain amazingly.
Yeah.
I mean,
but other gross things I've encountered in this. Never walk in a woman's bathroom and look in the trash. That's first of all.
Oh, that fucking reminds me of something else.
Oh, great.
Speaking of weird things, women. Well, I mean, not weird things, just shit women throw away and keep in bathrooms. I mean, I work with primarily women. It's
right.
me and another dude, and we both work nights. There's a can of fucking intimate lady vagina spray.
Oh, Sprunt.
Oh man, that's like a really gross word.
Yeah, it is. It's not even my joke. I forget. It's a comedian from a long time ago.
Yeah, like little baby powder smelling puss spray.
Right.
And it's just there without a cap, so I know it's used a lot.
It's just to fight the demons.
Yeah. And the day I saw it, I look in the trash, and it's like a goddamn slasher flick in there. Oh man, I mean, dudes are gross, but ladies are just as gross.
They're worse in many ways.
Yeah,
but guys are just flat, straight weird, straight gross. Women are weird gross.
Yeah.
And then a lot of shit. I get it. You can't help it. I mean, there are certain functions that occur with those of the lesser sex, as they say. Or
That's
the
right.
More tender sex, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, but still, if you work at a bar and you got to change out a trash can,
I just fucking throw some petrol in there and light it on fire.
Yeah. Well, usually you try to get the other shift to kind of take care of it for you, but.
That's what I always hope for. It's like, oh, if this shit doesn't get filled up by the time I got to leave, it's the fucking next person's problem.
And I am not even talking about shit around here. I'm talking somewhere where you think it might be a little classier, like Rodoso.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Worked in a couple of bars up there. Whew.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Resort town. Apparently, if you're a wealthy person or shit, I don't know, just from out of state and you're there to spend your money, apparently, it's the whole rented mule theory. I'm just going, I ain't got nothing to care about here. I have no reputation.
I'm just going to let it fly. Oh, man. People are gross.
Moving on, if we can get away from the hygiene thing, yes.
Yeah, that's right. I'm surprised that echoed another tale from my job. God damn.
It doesn't surprise me at all, but
yeah.
Got any other tales about your job this week?
Some asshole left their sink on the second floor and fucking caused some structural damage.
Oh, wow.
To an archway on the first floor right there near the lobby entrance.
Ooh.
And the funny thing was, it's like people staying there that's working for the owners on that new hotel.
Oh, how nice.
So it's not like we can recoup any cost.
Yeah.
Because it's people staying there for nothing that are working for them.
Ooh.
So everyone's really happy about that. I personally don't give a shit.
Well, that's why it's a full house, because you had to pull a room off the table there.
That's right, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, shit, I got nothing to report this week. I had a little bit of a health scare, but that's none of your fucking business. So
we can't just bring it up like that and then say nothing.
No, had a little bit of a kidney issue. Well, it started off on Monday. Well, it's Sunday night and then into Monday morning. I thought I had a hip out of place, because that's what it fucking felt like. Apparently I did something, which I didn't do anything,
Yeah.
over the preceding weekend. But there's something funky going on. Oh, well, I'll just wait and go see the chiropractor later this week. By the time Tuesday rolled around, I was like, this shit is probably not a hip, because it really, really was cranking really bad as far as the pain goes. Wednesday, even worse. On top of that, just to go ahead and throw the gross shit out there, I'm pissing like dark.
Yeah.
So finally yesterday, then I went to the VA clinic in Clovis, and they gave me like 3 things that it might possibly be, and one of them was really, really bad. Thankfully today I got the results back. They're like, nah, it's you're probably just forming a couple of stones in there, and probably in the process of those moving around, probably might have got a little bit of an infection. So anyway, yeah, that's the thing. I was at the point of thinking, well, that's kind of end game there. If I lose a kidney, because if you fucking think I'm going to be on the wagon the rest of my life, no.
I get that fucking Marshall amp when you die, right?
But nonetheless, but it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad that they even put me on antibiotics. Number one, it's a Friday, and they're like, well,
who wants to start that shit on a weekend?
Yeah. It's like, well, we'll see on Monday if it's that bad. But they said it should start getting better. And they just told me to drink like
good deal.
But I'm putting away like 120 ounces of water a day.
Damn, so you're really keeping shit moving.
Yeah, it's like drinking a 10-pack of water.
God, I don't know what I'd do if that happened to me.
I don't know, but it has curtailed my drinky.
I know. God damn it. See, fucking goddamn renal failure ruining another weekend.
Yeah. Well, and as it turns out, the other things, too, the side effects that I was worried about, it's because I went on the keto diet on Sunday, as I do. I cycle on and off of that bitch about every 3 months.
Yeah.
And they said, well, there's the reason why it is so dark. They said it's because that's a normal process when, your body's in ketosis.
Makes your piss look like iced tea?
Yeah. Well, but like dark yellow.
Oh,
bordering on orange. But
oh, okay.
I was like, oh. And I was racking my brains like, am I aware of this? Maybe that's something I'm aware of. I don't know. I've only done the diet like 4 times. So. Yeah.
Do you think starting on keto kind of kicked this off?
I wondered about that, but no, because stones take a long time to form.
Yeah, and then by the time they're like a problem, it's taken a while to get there.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm not exactly. I think I may be prone to kidney stones in some way because I had the same issue like 15 years ago. So, and that one was horrible because, frankly, I tried to man it up, and just slogged through, and finally I was like, oh no. I was like, I got to go to the ER.
Need intervention here.
So, but yeah, and I'd waited too long to where then they couldn't do anything except give me some shit to make it pass.
Oh.
Yeah, they put me on something good. Don't remember what that necessarily was. Percocet, yeah. And I just kind of lounged around the whole time, and they put me on that and like this internal muscle relaxers for soft tissue or hard tissue, whatever the hell the inside is, your innards. But and it allowed me to be able to pass 2 stones. Well, but one of them had broken in half, so there's 3 stones.
God damn.
Fun times.
I'm sure you got through that without a tear.
Yeah. That was really, really nice. And then just a bad situation all the way around. So, yeah, here we go. Might be time for round 2.
Whew. Goddamn, I just can't help but be reminded of Kramer from Seinfeld. Remember the episode where they're at the circus and he's been having the fucking stones problem all the time and he goes piss and he just unleashes this primal scream while that dude's on the tightrope and it makes him fall off.
Okay. Yeah, God, you know what? That might be one of my least watched episodes of a show where I know I've seen at least every episode, 8 times at a minimum, probably between 8 and 20 times, depending on how good the episode is.
Yeah, when Jerry was dating the gymnast, and they were all talking about how flexible she is.
Right. But anyway, moving along, yes, I am going to live. So for some of you, appreciate your concerns. For the others of you, sorry, maybe I'll die next time.
Damn. Almost got rid of him this time.
Almost. So some other good news here. God, because, we can't really break it down in our 3s this week. There's fuck all going on in the meadery right now. We can bottle that troublemaker at any time. I hate to keep rubbing your nose in it, that we'll get around to it when we feel like it, but that is the case. And I don't know if we do move into a metal segment here. Good news here on this front. I mentioned last week about the whole rundown of it. We wanted to go see Greta Van Fleet.
Right.
And but that show sold out like in 18 minutes or something like that. Well, the good news is we're going to be going to Alice in Chains.
Oh.
AIC and ACL.
Yes.
Austin City Limits.
A fucking band that equally molded me just as much as Metallica did. Alice in Chains did for my teenage years what Metallica did for my preteens.
Well, and now, granted, I was a little late on getting around on them because I didn't know if I'd get that time off, so it'd be kind of stupid to buy a couple $100 worth of tickets and then not know, But
right.
Once I was able to find out and confirm that I had the time off, that's when I jumped online. Well, we're in the balcony, and that's fine. At least they're not obstructed seats. I was looking at that. I was like, they ain't cheaper? Because I thought about it.
Yeah.
They were same price. I went, nah, it's all right. We'll just sit a little further back.
Shit. The days of me wanting to be like knee deep in it in a rock show are done. I just want to fucking sit and chill and enjoy.
Well, so we'll have our unofficial third member of the show, my brother Daryl.
Yeah, road trip.
Yeah, back out to ATX, so that way we can throw down some ramen noodles again.
Oh, dude.
Hang out, get all liquored up at his apartment.
That sounds. That Friday was fun from what I remember. Felt like I was there a fortnight that evening.
That was the longest 2 weeks I ever spent one evening.
That's right. Oh man, that was a lot of fun.
But anyway, so that was some good news. Because I thought there's no way in hell these tickets are still going to be available because they went on sale days and days previous.
Yeah.
Nope, got us hooked up.
And they haven't announced the new album yet.
No, but it'll be like late August. We'll be catching that show like a week after their album drops.
They haven't even announced one at all. The one
I thought I read.
What I read is that they've announced that October leg of their tour, but still no official album announcement.
Wow, I thought for sure that I saw something that said something to the contrary, but
that's what I read on Metal Injection.
No, like those fucks know anything.
They're the ones that that's where I stumbled across that Panopticon.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I really feel like I need to probably check it out now. But
yeah, man, Daryl's always been the one time he was a great host, so he's batting 1,000 there.
Well, that's 1,000.
That it'll be September. Always coming in at weird times in the elements for these road trips for me. Like I go to Vegas in January and July, and then fucking Austin right at the beginning of spring where you don't know if it's hot or cold.
Yeah.
And now it's September where pretty much probably going to be the same thing, but it'll be humid as fuck.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is that because Austin, it's always either hot or warm. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there is a weird occasion once in a while that might be actually cool, maybe.
Yeah. That evening we arrived, it was pretty decent.
Consequence of Sound says that Jerry Cantrell predicted a summer release for the album, which will coincide nicely with the world tour that runs from April to September.
I hope so. I mean, it's got to be like at least done.
Yeah.
They probably. I'm certain they didn't just work on one song, and then make a video, and then now they're going to tour. AlternativeNation.net. Well, we'll see. They have quite a boastful headline. Alice in Chains' new album revealed, tentatively set for release in August. So. All right, I hope so. I really do.
That'd be really cool, though. We'd be catching a show like an album that just came out.
Yeah. God, man, that's one of those big bands for me to mark off the list.
Big bands.
I
don't know why I went there, but see, drinking keeps me on an even keel.
That's right. I like Drunk Kevin. I want Drunk Kevin back.
Shit, I don't know. So, I mean, I know there's some releases today, but man, I'm not impressed with any of it. I mean, Nine Inch Nails put one out today. Clearly,
I like Khemmis. I mean, yeah, fuck that 9 Inch Nails.
Clearly, Trent Reznor's just like needing a paycheck.
Yeah, dude, the game has passed him by.
Yeah. Although he's still interesting when it comes to, like, I don't know, calling out people like Taylor Swift.
We should just be an analyst, just like these old-ass fighters. Quit fighting and just be an analyst.
Because he did call out Taylor Swift over the past week, saying that she has a personal responsibility to call out the president and blah, 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 blah. Because Trent likes to get a little political.
Yeah, and that's what I love in my music. I mean,
Yeah, that's why I loved Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah. Well, now, I like Rage Against the Machine because they made no fronts about it. That's what they were all about, and the music was different for the time. But just because you're a fucking celebrity doesn't mean you have a valid opinion about anything.
Well, Trent Reznor would argue with you on that point because he believes that then you have a higher responsibility.
Yes, because the millions of fans these assholes have are just mouth breathers that fucking regurgitate whatever opinion their favorite musician has. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Well, but that's the reality. Damn. That's the world in which we live.
Yeah. Well, look at Ted Nugent, man. He's like bigger now than he ever was because of this shit.
Well, that's because we found a dividing line in this country, and we're rapidly moving to the exits from that line.
Not in an orderly fashion either.
Extremism is just getting wacky on the right, wacky on the left, and leaves fucking normal, rational motherfuckers like you and I.
That's right.
Stand around, say, where are you people going?
Balanced motherfucker, I'd like to say.
I'm the most balanced person I know.
Oh, shit.
Want to run down a few of the releases, or you got something?
Well, really the only two I can talk about, because I listened to Khemmis, which I really liked.
Yeah.
I'd heard that Isolation track a couple weeks ago, and really, really liked it. I like their harmonies. You did mention something earlier when we were listening to it again. Has some odd tier-like progressions to it. That
it doesn't have that battle rage, like that extra harmony layer over the top.
Yeah,
so
like
it's kind of missing.
Super layered guitar work.
Yeah, but it does have interesting transitions and time changes.
Yeah.
So
I like I like what they're doing. They're pretty good find. I think I stumbled across them a couple months ago.
I think them boys will go far.
That's right. Them boys going places. Ooh. That and Panopticon, which I stumbled across. Metal Injection had lists from their editors of like their 5 favorite albums of the year so far.
Right.
And after going through, which some of them were okay, Ghost was on a few of them, Khemmis was on a few of them, but then I stumbled across this Panopticon, and the name of the album is The Scars of Man on the Once Nameless Wilderness. I was like, ooh.
Not bad.
And the album cover is just black and white with like a little bit of a black metal themed logo. I'm like, oh, shit.
It's no burden of bourbon, but yes.
But as I was reading the description, I was like, this motherfucker is from Kentucky. And it's a motherfucker. He's doing everything himself.
On the old Dweezil Zappa.
Yeah.
The only musician I know that can cover this is me.
And the funny thing is, on his Bandcamp, down where it says for tour and contact info, he says, I'll never tour, don't bother.
Right. Well, shit, no, because he's just laying tracks down in a home studio.
This is just his baby. But what I heard was like a weird Americana kind of themed folk metal band for the first part. It's 2 parts, and the second part is almost straight up country music. But
Really?
I would say it's country music that might turn a metalhead to maybe check some shit out.
I doubt it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Hey, well, it happened to me. I was very against country music in all its forms and masses.
Yeah, once in a while something will come along, but you never know. You never know.
But this is I hadn't been that blown away by something I'd stumbled across since I stumbled across iFig.
Right.
Just the bill, like, 2 dudes from fucking Michigan. How good could this possibly be? Holy shit! It's like one of the best folk metal albums I've heard ever.
Well, yep. If you want to check it out, I mean, it's not new. It came out in like April, right?
Yeah, it came out April 6th. This guy is,
but it is Panopticon, and you can pull it right up on YouTube.
Yeah, and he's got a Bandcamp. Go buy it.
The other we're talking about was Khemmis, Khemmis, and their release it just had that new one drop today. They've got some other existing stuff if you want to check that out as well. That's because the rest of today, man, it was
poopy.
It's a rough day.
It was poopy. Trent Reznor fans across the country should be bummed out.
Yeah. Does he still have those?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess we'll find out now.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's...
I guess that was the third of 3 EPs he had planned on releasing, and the first 2 were actually okay.
Yeah, but ever since then, it's been a downward spiral.
Yeah, I think this was a bad choice. He should have just... ooh, little Nine Inch Nails wordplay. Nice. Very nice.
9 Inch Nails album of the same name back in the 90s.
I found a list of the 15 top-selling metal and hard rock albums of the year so far.
Okay.
And I was really shocked, really surprised.
Well, yeah, but that's bullshit. And that's how they gauge, certain music charts will utilize number of units sold. Man, that's just because you have a huge fan base of morons doesn't mean exactly that your music's all right.
Well, that's why this list is so weird.
Bunch of people you never heard of?
No, it's like fucking Hybrid Theory is on here. Linkin Park's debut album.
Oh, okay.
It's sold 49,000 albums this year so far.
And they're on the list?
They're on the list.
That means nobody's buying music anymore.
Fucking Master Puppets is at 58,000.
God, who's still buying Master of Puppets? That's crazy to me. Unless it's like people like, wore that copy out. Guess I'll buy another one.
That's what it is. I bought Black Album like 4 fucking times before digital came around.
I bought Pearl Jam 10 in every format that was available at the time, from LP or from LP to cassette to CD, and now I have it digitally. So 4 times.
Yeah. Oh man. The new Ghost album prequel has sold 62,000. Judas Priest's new album Firepower sold 84 grand.
Huh.
Right above that at number 7, Metallica's Black Album, 87,000 copies sold.
Yeah. See, and I don't. Why the hell was Lars making all that bullshit rumbling with Napster and everything else? That guy's still getting paid.
Yeah, and he did that. I mean, he was a goddamn musical pariah for a little bit.
Well, and a lot of artists now. I was reading a column the other day. I forget fucking which artist it was, but he'd said, "Yeah, you know what, Lars was right, but
yeah,
but that's okay."
Yeah. But he just, he just wanted to throw himself on the grenade.
Right.
APC's new album, number 5, sold 94,000. Right above that, Greta Van Fleet from the Fires, 98,000 units.
I'm actually shocked they're really not at number 1, but yeah, all right.
Well, number 1 is Metallica, Hardwired, 136,000 copies sold this year.
Man, those dudes are still good for them.
And here's the other thing. This is an equally interesting fact. It's basically a big Metallica fuckfest here.
Sure.
If the list had been extended to top 20,
Ride the Lightning.
Fucking Ride the Lightning, 37,000 units. The reissued Garage Days EP would be on there at 33,000.
And let me guess, Load.
Justice for All, 40,000.
Oh,
so
shit.
Like, and everybody's
avoiding that entire 90s to 2000s.
Yeah, it's like, shit, there's fucking 6 Metallica albums on here.
In the top 20. Those dudes making bank, man.
It's got to be the most successful they've ever been. And fucking Appetite for Destruction sold 43,000 copies this year.
Well, aren't they on tour?
Probably.
But rock and roll, we're always on tour.
So I thought that was really freaked me out. Just to see how many fucking Metallica albums were on this list.
Yeah,
blew me away.
That's pretty wild.
Black Album was on like the Billboard Top 200 for fucking years. Just like Dark Side of the Moon was.
Yeah, I was going to say Dark Side of the Moon came out and it stayed there like 26 years or some shit like that.
Just one of those albums everyone's going to always buy.
Right.
Oh, Metallica, who's that? Well, they're these guys, but if you want to check them out, you should buy this album.
God, I still maintain Hardwired's their best shit, man.
Hardwired's the best album they've put out in over 20 years. I'll certainly give them that. Birthdays today. Oh, is there a plethora of...
Oh, really? All right. Well, happy birthday to you assholes. Here we go.
Not really.
Oh, not really.
Cyndi Lauper, born on this day in 1953.
Yeah. God, wasn't that a weird thing with her? She had like that Lou Albano.
Yeah, Captain Lou.
Yeah. And then she like kind of had her little moment in the WWF, right?
Yeah, with fucking Roddy Piper. When Roddy Piper took a fucking it was like a gold album or something in a frame and fucking busted her in the head with it.
Yeah.
People lost their shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Lou Albano, that's the guy who was like, what the hell's up with this guy with all the fucking rubber bands in his face?
Yeah, dude had like a fucking safety pin in his cheek with a rubber band dangling off of it.
Yeah. Like on both sides, right?
Yeah. Like I understood the one in the beard made him look weird, but this was just on his fucking cheek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking attached by a safety pin.
Weird dude.
And the least likable member of the Highwaymen.
Chris Christopherson? Oh, okay.
Born in 36.
I was saying, wait a minute. The other 3 are beloved.
And, yeah. My grandfather actually introduced me to the Highwaymen. That fucking blew me away.
Yeah.
It was right at that height, though, when I was really digging Johnny Cash, too, though.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think some music doesn't age well. I mean, I could appreciate it for what it was.
Yeah.
But probably, you never catch me probably running around cranking Highwaymen or anything like that.
Yeah. It's probably also more like just like a good memory I have of my grandfather, you know?
Yeah.
But there's some on there like Big River.
Right.
That's a pretty good jam. Title track's pretty good.
Last Cowboy Song.
Yeah. That's a fucking depressing jam.
Fuck, let's play it. No,
Yeah.
No.
Let's shut this shit off and go get sad. There's one more important birthday today, but it's not music related, but I'm still going to fucking talk about it. Happy goddamn birthday to Bruce Campbell, the man.
Mr. B actor himself.
Yeah, who is officially retired, the character of Ash.
Yeah, well, the Ash versus the Evil Dead, that was canceled, right?
Yeah.
I think there was a mutual understanding.
Well, what they did was they wrote that third season to where if it got canceled, it would still have a concrete end.
Yeah, because Briscoe County Jr., which he starred in back in the early 90s, didn't have that. That thing ran one season, like 26 episodes, like they did back in the day.
Right.
And they made some passing joke about, in case they never get picked up in the final episode, it didn't get picked up again.
Damn. Does the ending give it finality, though?
No.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, shit. That sucks.
Kind of like Firefly, too.
I'd put Deadwood on that list as well.
Oh, shit, yeah. There's a lot of shows. But Deadwood was a whole different thing. That wasn't a cancellation per se.
Yeah, they got that big, ugly axe.
Was it?
Season 3 ended with nothing but questions.
I thought that writer, the main dude, who then went on to do other projects.
Oh, David Milch?
Yeah. I was going to say Milk, but yeah, that's like, no,
Mr. Milk?
But I thought he had some other irons in the fire and just never got back around, and then they canceled it.
No, they got the big, ugly axe.
Well, shit. So that, God, have you heard anything on a movie?
It sounds like everything is going down. They're going to do this movie.
All right.
I'm personal friends with Dan Doherty.
Of course,
on
personal.
Facebook.
Very personal.
Yes,
yeah, because you never call him by his own goddamn name.
He'll always be Dan Doherty to me. I don't give a fuck. And he should be
from Kentucky.
He should be honored by that because he's had a big influence on my life. But he'll occasionally talk about it and like
W. Earl Brooks. Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
Old W, I call him while we're hanging out, smoking cigars and drinking whiskey
out front of the hotel.
But he's made several comments on it, and I feel like he's never said anything about it that was concrete, but he's finally said we're basically starting this shit in October.
God, you got to do something because shit. What's his name is not going to be around forever.
Fucking
yeah,
Al.
Powers Booth. Dig him up.
He's proven that. Ian McShane.
Yeah.
That dude fucking gets better with age.
I know, but
also age will kill you dead.
Age kills more people.
But yeah, so hopefully they rock that shit. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a huge Deadwood fan.
So anyway, happy birthday. Fuck, who was it again?
Bruce Campbell. Who,
by the way, so Ash vs. the Evil Dead will be the last thing he's ever done. Because he did. He said, no, that's it. He's done. Retiring.
But what a way to go. I mean, it's a really good series. I've watched the first 2 seasons, and I've really enjoyed it. It's funny.
I like a dude that can go, nah, I'm good. I don't really need the money. I'm pulling in cash from Evil Dead.
Yeah, because, I mean, he'll always be Ash.
And, yeah.
I mean, who do you get?
Hell, he's probably still drawing residuals from all the shit he did on the bullshit Xena and Hercules shows.
Yeah, that cult shit's really starting to make a huge comeback.
Autolycus,
yeah, that fucking little Zorro
like master of thieves or whatever. Yeah, but So Bruce Campbell, happy birthday. How old is he again?
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry, I just put you on the spot. You already moved on.
No, I just remembered that it was his birthday.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have it pulled up, but I don't remember how old.
I'm guessing that dude's got to be 64,
59.
Oh shit. Okay. Well.
Wait. Okay. I was like, there are more than one Bruce Campbell.
Oh. Okay.
So I want to make sure I was getting not the British one. But yeah, 50. He turned 60 today.
60. Okay.
Big 60.
Cool. So I was only off by like 4 years. All right. But anyway, happy birthday, Bruce.
Love you. You're my best friend.
Chins.
Accept my friend request on Facebook. So I can throw you in there with all the other famous people I am friends with Facebook.
Which, speaking of social media, so I got on Twitter. I've been talking about this dumb little idea just between you and I, but I like to think it's a good idea. So I don't know. I think last Saturday when I was knee-deep in beverages, I jumped on Twitter and I said something along the lines of, okay, UFC at them. When are you going to make Matt Serra and Ray Longo reality show? This needs to happen. I got several likes, but the main one I care about, Ray Longo liked it.
Damn, you're always pulled in some sort of celebrity strange off of Twitter.
A little bit, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so, but anyway, I thought...
Ray Longo knows how entertaining he is. He also knows how scary he is.
Well, those two, I mean, the banter between the two of them whenever it's like shit that's not terribly important is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't somebody following these assholes around with a camera?
Especially when they both get really fucking pumped up, too.
Right.
Oh, my God. I mean, Matt Sarah can get a little annoying sometimes just because of that accent.
Sure, yeah, it's a Long Island accent.
Yeah,
you better be prepared.
Ooh. Man, I'd fucking buy Fight Pass to watch that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think and it's a great idea, and I'm glad I'm putting it on a broadcast so that way then later down the road when it does happen, I go, hey, that was my idea.
See, can I get some compensation?
Would you like to send me a little scratch? A little something for the effort.
How about bringing the fight card back to Albuquerque and letting us be judges?
Yeah. God, well, they got to do something because the judges they had years ago when Diego Sanchez fought Ross Pearson. Pearson got jobbed in that thing. It was a complete home ballot on that, on the judging on that one. Holy crap.
They didn't want to get killed.
Yeah.
Who wants to die in Albuquerque on a road trip?
A lot more people than you think do, but yeah, I don't think they necessarily want to, but. Well, let's go ahead and move along. Speaking of MMA stuff, we kind of fuckered up last week.
Yeah. Kind of thought the card was last Saturday morning.
Yeah, you could understand my surprise when I got up Saturday morning, pulled up Twitter. I was like, shit, I wonder who's been winning what, and I couldn't find nothing. And I immediately, rather than assume that I was wrong on the fight date, I immediately assumed the UFC was lazy and had nobody covering their social media.
It's funny. That's immediately where your mind goes.
That's exactly it. It's like,
UFC
assholes.
just don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll take blame for this. I fucked up. I don't know why I thought it was the next day, especially when I didn't have any weigh-ins. Because usually, that's the first thing I look at is weigh-ins, see who fucking came in under par. But that's tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Be there.
I still got Donald Cerrone winning that one, but that's all.
I mean, I'm hoping he continues the role he's on. I'm sure he hasn't changed anything training-wise.
He was doing some boating over there.
Good. Well, there's a lot of water over there in Singapore.
And also they have a Harley shop there in Singapore, and he was hanging out with the boys over there.
Riding bikes.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Fucking having a beer.
Yeah.
Fight week. No big deal.
Well, until it bites him in the ass, it's kind of hard to really...
But see, that's the thing. It was biting him in the ass. He wins one fight. And I'm still angry at him. I'm still, goddamn. It's, I don't know. There's, what else can I fucking say about the situation?
Well, and then when they had the whole thing, they come out, and they introduced him, they come out, do the whole pose down kind of thing, or whatever, and Leon Edwards started running his mouth, and Cowboy Cerrone had to lean in, and he has a long old kind of, he's going on and on, not all animated or anything else, but telling him something very distinctly, kind of to the side of his head. Leon Edwards trying to ignore it and everything else, and they'd asked him, and then he finally said, look, I just told him, stop talking shit. It's not really helping you out any. Show respect when you got to show respect, and all this other shit, kind of like that. Basically saying what the promotion doesn't want any fighter to not do. They want fighters to come out.
Fuck down, man.
Yeah. They want fighters to come out talking trash about everybody, so that way they can try to sell the card.
Oh man,
because it works for professional wrestling, so why wouldn't it work for professional MMA? But anyway, so Cerrone kind of set it out there. And I thought, well, I'm sure the promotion's not happy about that, especially if Leon Edwards stops immediately talking any shit.
Get back to look, Donald, I'm just trying to stir up buys for this here Fight Pass card. Speaking of fighters that don't know if they want to be fighters or their favorite fucking genre of anything, we watched Greg Hardy knock some asshole out last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now, he's got a contract. Dude's signed to the UFC.
Sure.
But, of course, he used to play football.
Right. Yeah, Cowboys and...
Cowboys, I think the
Seattle?
fucking Panthers, I think.
Oh, yeah, it was the Panthers. You're right.
So, of course, what do you do when you get a UFC contract after you've been basically blacklisted from the NFL?
I'd say you go out and do the same things that got you in trouble in the NFL.
Well, sort of, but no, he didn't beat up any women.
Okay.
But he did injure himself playing football.
The hell, man? Boy, Dana White's going to love that shit.
Yeah, let's see. Report states a former NFL star turned pro MMA fighter went down on the turf during the first quarter of his game with the Richmond Rough Riders on Saturday night as he suffered a knee injury.
Well, you know what? I wonder, though, because UFC knows he's got, if that's his side job, I'm sure they got to sign off on it.
Well, this might have been a prior commitment he had to
Right.
for talking to Dana. Also, it might have just been something they had to let him do.
Of course,
Because we're not going to see him fight on a UFC card. I mean, it's certainly not this year. Probably late next year.
Right.
Because they want to give him some more fodder.
Well, in that Contender Series, I'm sure everybody walks away with a contract that gets picked by Dana, but I almost believe probably there are a lot of loopholes in those contracts.
Sure. Yeah. And Dana's got the people that can find him, you know. And it's I don't know what the Richmond Rough Riders are. I'm sure they're
probably Arena League.
Yeah, maybe Arena League or one of those really small
development league or something.
AAA football league. But come on, man, you're in the UFC now. You need to shut that shit down because any football injury is gonna fuck your shit up because none of them are not insignificant,
right?
Especially knee injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked really good, but you're right. It's gonna be a long time now. Now it's gonna be even longer till we see him. So
yeah. Well, I'm fine with that. Heavyweight division is about as interesting as it's gonna get, especially after June. Fuck, after that, heavyweight division's either gonna be as interesting as it's ever been, or no one's gonna give a fuck.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of film on Stipe Miocic today, the heavyweight champ, and I hope he's got some answers because everybody they keep showing like a lot of film of like Junior Dos Santos and people like that are strikers. And it's like, oh, yeah, look how well he's been holding these guys up. Those guys are not Daniel Cormier. Yeah. Cormier is going to try to get in there, get things close, and try to get it to the ground.
Yeah, this is Cormier without a weight cut.
Yeah.
Too. He's going in comfortable.
Right.
He'll go in condition, but he's not going in having to worry about dropping to 205.
Well, dude can definitely hit up the Dunkin' Donuts, every day. That's got to be a joy. It's got to be a joy for him.
Loves them cupcakes.
Man. Yeah. I imagine he's throwing back all kinds of nonsense that normally wouldn't enter his mind. But I wonder, though, win or lose, do you think probably Cormier retires?
Depends on how the victory or the loss. If he loses a 25-minute decision. Fuck no, he's going to stick around. He's still going to linger around for that one more fight with Jones. I think so.
God, really? Do you think he wants to fight Jones? God, he's had 2 losses on him now. One which got erased.
But if he doesn't deal with it, that's all he's going to be remembered for.
That's it. That's what I remember for.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who he has fought to defend that strap at light heavyweight, but I know he's lost 2 twice.
I don't think he'll he might retire with the belt. Shit. It's kind of what I was hoping Dan Henderson would do.
Right.
But if Stipe knocks him the fuck out, because, getting knocked out by John Jones is one thing. Getting knocked out by a fucking legitimate heavyweight is another altogether.
Yeah.
He's fighting guys with Anthony Rumble Johnson striking power now.
Yeah.
And Stipe can...
Or people with worse.
Yeah. Comparable or worse. I don't think he'll retire. I do think he's going to try to stick around for either that. There's no one else for him to fight.
Well, is that probably your most anticipated fight, I guess, that we have? We don't have fights all the way through the end of the year, but we have some ideas.
It's, it's tough. We're going to be really spoiled with these next 2. That's the thing.
Sure.
It was just 2. I don't know if it's 226 or 227. 226
International Fight Week?
Yeah, 226. One's coming up as Stipe and Cormier and Holloway and Ortega. Which I hope that one holds together, and Max Holloway can
Max Holloway, you better get your shit together, yes.
But you got Ngannou fighting Derek Lewis, which should be a lot of fun. Michael Chiesa and Anthony Pettis, again, should be a lot of fucking fun. Yancy Medeiros is on the prelims, fighting Mike Perry. Uriah Hall's on the prelims.
They call it International Fight Week because that's going to be the biggest card of the year. It's supposed to be. It's always set up that way, and it rarely works out that way.
Yeah. it might be a cursed card. But then 227 has Dillashaw fighting Garbrandt in the rematch, and any card that has Mighty Mouse on it, I'm pumped for just to see what amazing thing he's going to do next.
Right.
And this time he's fighting a better Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, but let's not overlook the fact that Mighty Mouse is just the...
No, I'm not picking against him at all.
Yeah.
But I like how Cejudo has improved since his last fight with Mighty Mouse. He's looked really good.
Boy, on that card, International Fight Week, so UFC 226, Curtis Millender, we saw him fight down in Austin. He's going to be on the opening fight of the prelim card.
Oh, you looking at the Ultimate Fighter finale?
I'm looking at UFC 226, Saturday, July 7th. Fighting a welterweight against Max Griffin right before Rafael Assunção.
Oh, there it is. Shit, yeah. Okay. Now I see it. I would say I'm more excited for 227 than 226.
Dillashaw Garbrandt rematch.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight so much.
Well, yeah, I mean, really, mine is so contingent on the health of a very fragile man. But Brian Ortega against Max Holloway. For me, that's the number one. But man, Holloway has that guy ever since he got to be champ. Has he even defended once?
Against Aldo.
Oh yeah, that's right, and that's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
he won
after
that
that
a while ago.
And after that, there were talks coming up about if the commission would even let him cut to 145 anymore.
Right.
Just because of how dangerous a cut it is for him.
Well, and that's kind of really what doomed Conor McGregor for trying to hold down 2 belts, because they're like, no, you can't cut that 145 again, because that dude would look like
he looked
death.
Awful.
He looked like death.
Just like how he looked as bad as Joanna did when she was cutting for fucking strawweight.
Yeah.
But I will give honorable mention to a fight that was announced either, yesterday. The first Bellator fucking main event that I'm, like, as an MMA fan, really looking forward to. They've announced a super fight between Gegard Mousasi and Rory McDonald.
Good.
I'm looking forward to that fight.
And Rory's actually going to go into a fight without the reach advantage.
Yeah. I don't know if Rory's going to bump up to 185. Or if
Gegard's cutting 170?
I don't think Gegard's cutting 170.
No.
So I think Rory will be fighting for the middleweight belt.
I mean, he's not an overly big middleweight, but he's a pretty big one. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bellator throwing their 2 best guys that they have out there, both of which they poached over from the UFC.
Yeah, they had a point where they were really brewing some stars of their own. They got Michael Venom Page, which is probably their biggest star they have right now, I think. Liam McCreary, I think, something like that, who was their light heavyweight champ before Phil Davis came and fucked that up.
God, Mr. Boring. Or whatever his name is.
We'll call him Phil. But yeah, 227. I'm looking forward to them both, but 227 is just going to be a night of violence.
Are those back-to-back weeks?
226 on
the 7th.
On the 7th, and then 227 kicks off on August 4th.
Oh, August 4th. Okay, so there's like a full month. All right. I was thinking we were getting really, really spoiled, like back-to-back weeks or some shit. So.
No, in between, we'll get the Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier card, which I'm looking forward to that fight, and Jose's on that card as well.
That's fine. Who are they throwing out there so that way they can get Aldo a win?
Jeremy Stevens. So
that's
probably
not.
Ooh,
that's not a dunk. That might be. And I thought Aldo would have retired by now anyway, because obviously once he's not on the gas, that guy's a different fighter.
Oh, and this is a UFC on Fox card, so they're going to put some shit behind it. Joanna's on the card, first fight. She's not fighting.
Who are they throwing her at?
Tisha Torres.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I would not want to be her rebound fight, man.
Man, I don't know. I legitimately don't know, because Tisha Torres has got some skills, man.
Yeah, but...
And Joanna's not looked exactly... She's looked different ever since she fought... who was it, Kovalkiewicz?
Fucking...
Or Carolina.
Rose Namajunas.
No, I mean, before that. She won. It was a title defense, but oh, my God, she's not looked the same since. As Karolina Kovalkiewicz, yeah, because it's 2 Polish gals against each other.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she's not looked like the same fighter since.
No, I mean, she did fight Andrade after the Karolina fight. But like her last 4 fights before she fought Rose all went the distance.
Yeah.
That finishing killer instinct mentality was kind of not there.
Right.
And then Rose came around and was like, well, let me show you where it went.
Yeah.
I haven't.
And beat her on the rematch. So.
Yeah. A lot of people argue she didn't. I've always been of the opinion that if you throw less blows but they're more damaging, you're fucking winning that round in my eyes.
And you get some.
You throw 50 leg kicks, I don't know how inclined I'm going to be to say, oh, yeah, you won that round if you wore 25 significant head strikes.
Right. Well, and you got people. I mean, I like him as a fighter, but he's kind of a dummy ever since I started following him on Twitter, and that's James Vick. But he was just outraged. He's like, come on, volume always counts. No, it doesn't. If you tag somebody like 5 times in one round and they've hit you 30, but you knocked them on their ass 5 times, I'm going that way.
Yeah. The only time volume counts, I think, is in takedowns.
Yeah, takedowns. Volume counts if it's close. It's like, there's a few more landed here than that one. And,
yeah. It's like they both look okay.
But Rose was coming down Broadway with some shit and fucking her up.
Joanna looked like the first fight, she looked like she'd been in a full 25-minute fight. The second time around, it looked like she'd been fighting for over half an hour.
Right.
She got thrashed.
Yep. She's got to. I don't know. The promotion needs to stop just handing everybody that loses their strap an immediate rematch.
Well, I think with that it was because she was the second fucking strawweight champ to not Randa Marcos,
Esparza.
Yeah, Carlos Esparza. So I can understand, and she reigned for years. If you reign for years and you lose your belt, you get a fucking automatic rematch. It depends on how you lost it. And I know she lost hers in about a minute and a half.
Well, that's what I thought after the first one. I thought clearly she wasn't ready for this. Maybe don't give her a rematch, but they did, and she lost again.
Yeah.
And on top of that, and if people have a problem with Rose winning that rematch, keep in mind, champs always get a little bit of an edge.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So if you had it in the cards that you thought that Joanna won by 1 round, probably not. And I actually had Rose winning 3-2.
And it's a good thing. It is a good thing that Joanna lost that belt. Because now we get to see her fucking go be even better now.
Yeah, against a really good fighter in Tisha Torres.
Yeah,
so.
And then come back and fucking get that belt back. I mean, Mighty Mouse will never see that, but...
Yeah, right.
All
right, well, shit, I guess we can start wrapping some shit up around here.
I guess we should.
Singapore fights, let's set your alarm like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, some shit like that.
I'll either just stay awake or miss them.
Yeah, because I figure Cerrone will probably be fighting by, 9 o'clock our time or something?
If the fight card kicks off at 5 or 6 a.m.
Oh, maybe 8 then.
And it's a full card. I mean, you're going to have 2-4 hours of fights before the main card kicks off. So, shit, might be right before lunch.
Yeah, might be worth checking out.
Yeah.
Picks for the week. My pick is Topo Chico, Mexican mineral water.
How much booze is in it?
None.
Damn.
On Z-Wagon.
I'm going to go all the liquor in Kevin's house. I'm staying with Bud and Basil.
All right. Over to the metal side of things, Panopticon probably, because I wasn't even aware of this dude until you brought him up. That's
my pick. He has 6 other albums outside of this new one. So I'm very curious to taste the many wares.
Yeah, it might be, and a lot of these dudes that are really talented like that, it's a worthwhile dive to find out what they have going on.
Yeah.
I would love to put Cavern on the list because what they have sounds great, but they put out just basically a trailer. I get it. You want people to buy your record. I know. But if you're going to get me to even perk my interest, I got to hear some full-length tracks.
Yeah, give him one. Give me one.
Yeah. Other than that, definitely would not recommend 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, unless you're constipated.
Yeah. MMA pick. I'll reiterate. Cerrone, I think, over Leon Edwards. I think probably a second-round finish.
I'm going to give him a first-round finish.
Oh, good.
On
good
fucking man. Leon Edwards. I think he's going to I hope he comes out and makes fucking example out of him.
Encourage that boating and motorcycle riding.
That's
and
right.
Such.
Yeah, who would have thought Cerrone and Greg Hardy would have anything in common? But they do. They don't know what they want to be.
Well, apparently Cerrone thinks he can be a cowboy and a fighter.
Yeah. I wonder if I ever met Cowboy and I was wearing a shirt that said "Be a cowboy or be a fighter," if he'd be offended or be amused.
Probably not. He's more offended at fucking vegans commenting on his Instagram page.
Oh, we're good then. I love meat.
All right. Well, have a great week, you dirty little heathens. We will be back at it again on the final Friday of the month of June.
Final Friday. It sounds dire.
Yeah, it should be. This show should always be fucking dire.
There should always be something worth losing.
Peace out.